We are so excited today. We are starting one of our programs called the Social Circle at H2O. And really, Becca, why don't you kind of share how it kind of evolved?
So we were sitting in a precious little boutique in Nashville, Tennessee. Anybody who knows Jessie James Decker?
Yes.
Precious and beautiful, kitsch boutique. And she had this great seating area. And I was like, come on, ladies, come sit down and sit in my social circle. And you immediately jumped on it. And it was like, that needs to be a podcast.
Yes.
And so it's kind of evolved. And here we are.
And
First
really
one,
at
the
H2O,
kickoff.
with everything that we deal with our co-workers, our team, our clients, everything, it really is a great social environment that we have.
Totally.
But we do live intentional, even though we live social.
Absolutely.
We love to live intentional. So really today we want to address trends in skincare, hair, clothing, everything, and just really
what's trending for
fall
is really our kickoff to this
Yes.
whole thing, and just kind of bringing to you really what we do best, which
Yes.
is staying on top of trends and what's happening in our community, but also out there worldwide. And yeah, I'm excited.
and that we can just bring fashion first to our clients, because we love change, and fall's really a great time to just kind
Love fall.
of transition.
My favorite
into,
time of year. I'm so ready
Me too.
for all the fun things.
So we have Noha here. So Noha has been with H2O over 25 years, and
Thanks
she's
for
a
being
phenomenal esthetician. She's got gorgeous skin. So Noha, why don't you share with everyone, what do you feel like for fall is kind of critical with the new season with skincare?
It's very important to start, because people, after they go, after the beach, they like to come and take care of their skin. And we have several products. We do different treatment on the skin to brighten the skin for deeper, like people have more, more fine line, and for anti-aging. So we have a great product. We use like natural PCA. We do some peel also to bring back, like to the smooth out the fine line. At the same time, we have the Hydra Facial. We combine it with our treatment with the good product that we have. Like our really recommend, like it's very important to use retinol, like the vitamin C and A, hyaluronic acid, all that very important peptide to the skin to calm the skin and give you more hydration. So the most important thing also, it's good to start at the younger age. Like we do also for younger teenagers to start with their skin. We tell them what they need to use as a product to start taking care of that good skin, so they don't have any breakout.
I feel like that's the first age when
she-
people start getting curious of what can I do for myself. Starting very simply like a cleanser. You know what I mean? And then going all the way through.
SPF when they were young, when they are young, very important. Vitamin C is very important when they are.
So that's something we were talking about before we started, about vitamin C. You were saying the value of vitamin C. We didn't realize
Year
how
round.
it's year round.
Which
It's critical.
It is it's very important. I would believe year round, because very important is blood in the morning, and on
So it's a daytime.
The daytime for sure.
Okay.
Night you use retinol at night. Those it's a must. Even if we usually start younger, but it's very important to see smoother fine line, and then you won't have lines. Like I see people, they started with me when they were at the age of 22. I have a client now; she's 47. Her skin
Looks amazing.
Amazing, because she started, she barely had line. And then I have clients they want to do also like anything like fillers or Botox. They started younger every month. They've been doing it for 7 years, and you can see they barely have lines. And they are very satisfied.
I did that. I made a commitment in my 20s, honestly, when I started working here, to taking care of my skin, and I got a facial religiously every month for well over a decade, and I do feel like that gave me a leg up in my 30s and now in my 40s.
And you have nice skin.
And I'm getting back into that regimen. It's hard, it's a commitment,
It is a commitment.
but both physically and financially, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it. Definitely worth it. And it depends on the product that you use. Of course, some products are, there is so many products on the market.
Right.
You have to choose the right one for your skin.
And for your age.
for
So we
your
were
age
talking
and the
about that
skin,
earlier,
both.
that so many of our young teenagers, girls especially, are majorly into skincare, but don't necessarily know the right things to purchase. They're going to Sephora. Their mom might be helping them and kind of only know what they know for their age range. So, Noha, tell us, what do you think? Like the teenagers, what's a good place to start?
I mean, it's very important, to be honest with you. Like, once in a while, it's good to come and start to have a facial.
Yeah.
So we can analyze their skin and see what they really need.
Right.
We cannot just give them any product. Maybe they don't need it. Except
I
they
do
need to
think
start
that's the
from somewhere.
problem. You
Very
just go into
important.
Sephora,
Yes.
eeny, meeny, miny,
Mo.
mo, and you
Yes.
don't
Or
really,
reading something
you're
that they
not
think
getting
now
the
is a
bang for
big
your
deal.
buck.
It
Right.
really goes back to getting that proper diagnosis and
Correct.
consultation, which is
Yes,
something we
Coming
do.
to see a professional.
We love doing that downstairs.
Absolutely.
So it's really almost a moment in time, right? Because there's an element of transition. That daughter now is 16, so it'd be worth it, Mom, for them to come sit down with one of our estheticians and say, okay, foundational, right? Instead of buying everything, these are the three things.
Right.
I know when I grew up,
Which-
it was a cleanser, toner, and a moisturizer.
Right.
Now there's so
Oil
many.
of Olay at the
Exactly.
drugstore,
Yeah.
and
But
like
a
very
toner
simple.
was the pads that you use.
Right.
But it's great. So really, that's one thing we want to
Yeah, it's
encourage
very important to
anybody
analyze the
watching
skin.
this to come
You
get a
I cannot just
consultation.
look at someone without checking their skin, analyze it to see the important what they really need. Because sometimes some people are very dry, or on one side, they're at the same time they have the T-zone oil. It's very oily.
Right, exactly. I feel like I struggle with that. Some I'm oily, some
I'm like, yeah, I have to use on the, like different product on the side and different on the T-zone, so they know.
right.
Not just give them any product, just, they have to know. Like,
Exactly.
very important.
And let's be honest, nothing is really cheap these days. If you're investing your money, it's just smarter to come and get a professional's opinion on what you need to buy, rather than buying 10 things and maybe you end up liking one.
Exactly.
Which I have been there many
Very
times.
true. Like that we have natural epic, it's expensive, it's true. But what I've seen
But
with
worth it.
it is worth it.
Yes.
And also it lasts longer. You
Right.
don't need enough.
You don't need a ton of product.
Kind of products. All you need a little bit.
That's the beauty of the luxury
That's very
products.
important.
It's like quiet
Right.
luxury, but what's in it, the ingredient
Exactly.
in it, you need
Very
minimal,
Yes.
Right.
minimal, and you get maximum results.
It's so
the most
true.
important thing.
You know,
I know.
Yeah.
Agley told me a long time ago, if it comes in a small bottle, that means you only need a small amount.
Yes.
I totally agree with that.
And
Very
so I
Like an
have
eye
taken
cream,
that
if
to
you
heart.
use an eye cream correctly, in all honesty, an eye cream should last you a minimum of a year.
Right,
When I get eye creams, they last me forever.
right. Because all you need is a
does.
dot.
You
All
need
you
just
need
a
is
dye.
Right.
More is not
So
better.
we plan on having you back, certainly in the future, Noha, and we're going to work through the decades of skincare, home care, here in the spa
And body care, too.
and body care, something that I am also discovering in my 40s.
Yes.
So,
Especially as you age, your skin just naturally gets drier.
no question.
I'm come from the Irish German, so we have pigmentation issues, and so when skin is not hydrated, your legs, your arms, your décolletage, you really just that aging process just looks so much greater.
Correct.
So the importance of even
Exfoliating.
and dry brushing
Right.
your
Very true,
body
because my sister
is really
Irish
critical.
too. My mother's wife, she's Irish, and she has similar skin like yours. So
Tends to be dry. Yes,
that
you need, yeah.
more line that she need to be more exfoliate more and do more on her skin. I mean, everything is different.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So as you age, you see this too. There's wrinklers and there's droopers, right? So I'm
I'm
more
a
of a
drooper.
wrinkler.
Right. And you're a wrinkler.
And, so wrinklers need peels.
It's so
They need exfoliation. They need that sloughing off,
Right.
right? The
Yeah,
droopers, unfortunately, need more injectables.
Yes. And like just skin
and
tightening,
just kind of
honestly.
skin tightening and stuff. You know?
I know.
So, but it's great, when you go to professionals, that's the thing that you really need to hear. Because a lot of times it becomes spinning plates. You're running all over the place to get a result.
Right.
Instead of just tapping into a professional and
Exactly.
they can
Buying 10 things
buying
and
10
loving
things
one.
and loving one.
rather
Narrow
than-
it down because less is really more.
Yeah.
When
Right.
you use good stuff,
Definitely.
then it's not about the.
It's easier to make the investment
Exactly.
of
It's
the
really
time
the quality
and
of
the
it.
money.
Yes.
When you have a
And if you think
professional.
about it, you'll
Who does the guessing game for you?
be spending more money on cheap stuff because you need more than the expensive.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you're not going to have the result.
Exactly.
It's not about the money. It's the right to find the right product to your skin. It's very important.
Correct.
It's about if they
Well, it's getting the result that you really need with the money that you spent to get that.
Right.
Of course,
Does that make any
definitely,
sense?
but
Right.
I'm saying you have to know what product to use and which one. I mean, because here, before we get any product, we do a lot of research. We don't just buy just to buy, and we have to try them before and see how it works. And then it's not. I mean,
Yeah, it's not willy-nilly, it's intentional. Right, right.
and we get a lot of training, all that. So like the scan, and we do different things to see the result, and we're seeing a great result with what we do and our product. Like,
And what's really great, getting back when you said that, I thought really in our industry, it's really the evolution of how things just are constantly changing, right? And that's the great thing about growth around here. We're always
Absolutely.
evolving because we want to know, we want to be constant learners, right? If you're not learning, then to me you're dying, and we
Exactly.
never want to go backwards. We're always looking to go forward.
And that's why we're sitting
That's
here.
why we're sitting here.
Literally. I have so many clients and friends who are always tapping into my resources, which are so many.
Yes.
And therefore, I want to share what I know, what they're sharing with me, and making connections with people like Noha. We have a great spa here with knowledgeable people who can help you find what you need.
Yep. Yep.
I'm so glad
So
that
thank you,
I
Noha.
agree with you.
Yeah.
you're like, yes.
Yes.
No, it's true.
Sold.
So okay, so Becca, let's talk about kind of what's fall. I love fall.
I love
I
fall.
just
It's
love
my favorite
I
time
love
of
the
year.
colors. I love the clothing. I just love
Yes.
everything.
Starting with Halloween
exactly. Just
and just coasting on
coasting.
through.
It's like the whole harvest experience is like always.
I know.
A real shift in
And
everything.
Down
Moods,
here in the
attitudes,
South, when
yes.
we've been sweating for
Yes.
months on end,
Yes.
we're super excited to throw on a sweater, throw
Yeah.
on some boots. So yes, let's talk about what's trending for fashion for fall. For me, the Western thing is huge right now. The boots, the hats, lots of denim.
Yes.
Which I'm here for.
I love denim.
I know, I love it.
I love it.
Colors wise, we were talking about this earlier. Rust, coppers, like deep oranges, chocolate
Burgundy's
browns.
like the new. Yeah. Burgundy's kind of like the new black.
And,
The
I'm
wine
so
tones.
into brown over black.
Me too.
It's
And I think
my new
yeah.
favorite.
I'm gonna do burgundy, but you little brunettes look gorgeous in burgundy.
I
But I'm
know.
gonna do it anyway, even though it's not a perfect redhead color. But I'm gonna make it one.
You're gonna. If anybody can do it, you can do it.
But and I love all that, like just the rich chocolates, like cherry cola, all
I
those
used
kind
to
of
be
things.
into it in the 90s. Chocolate brown was like a big thing in the 90s. If it wasn't black, everything was brown.
Yep.
And so, which the 90s are back hard.
90s
Slouchy everything,
yes.
like deconstructed blazers,
yep.
the slouchy boots, the baggy jeans.
kind of like that cargo jean that's just has like a little cargo vibe, but a little more
Exactly.
fashion.
I do feel like there's kind of a European vibe
Flow.
happening to where people are like wanting to look sophisticated but not necessarily dressy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a hard space to live in. A lot of my friends are struggling with that right now.
Well, it's almost like that men's.
I got
wear
my leggings
big
and my workout
workout-
gear,
yeah.
and I got my nice,
Stuff,
cute
yeah.
little dresses. And what's that in between world look like? Good
Well,
denim.
Yes. Good denim, good leather. They really do
Right.
like slip kind of dresses with like a menswear
Which is
blazer,
also so 90s, which
I
I love.
Yes.
We were talking
And-
about these earlier. These
Yes.
like little split pants,
Pants.
whether the splits in the front, the
On the
inside,
side.
the outside, or the back. Just something interesting to draw the eye, to change things up, show off your fancy shoes, your new cool boots that you just bought, that you love, which one of my favorite
Which
things.
one of my favorite things is fall boots.
Buying a new pair of
Buying
boots
boots.
for the fall.
But even like vest. So you got that men's wear kind of feel.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Vests are real strong, but they dressing it even over a kind of slip little long
Mm-hmm.
sexy kind of dress with this menswear vest, or a slouchy menswear top that's very deconstructed, and you got this menswear vest
The
on.
longer sleeves
The
too,
lo-
almost like the French, kind of like the
Yes.
undone French cuff. Just to add some interesting things. Like
The little
there's some really
schoolgirl
fun stuff
skirts
coming in for fall.
are really big, and I look at things like, okay, when I look at that and I look at strapless, you can see they vary like a sharp line. So I
Right.
think of in hair, you see in that real structured bob.
Yes.
So perimeters in hair are getting stronger with really lived-in, flirty interiors.
It's so true,
So
Holly.
braids are really big, deconstructed braids. So you are seeing long hair, braided hair, and you're seeing like kind of lived in, I hate to say, messy hair, but almost like that tously look.
Right.
That
But
the-
with like a
the
really
waver.
structured perimeter.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a style, it's a look. It's not like you just haven't cut your
The
hair
hair.
in 6 months and
Exactly.
it's just your layers have grown out. There's like a nice structured,
line.
again, sophisticated, but relaxed.
Yes.
So
And even, you know that tool, that waver?
yes.
You're seeing like that waver where the hair's brushed, but
Everyone's getting out of the
it's
curls, which I'm so happy for.
I know, because for me, we were getting tired of everybody's got the long hair loopy set.
Exactly.
Long hair loopy set. We're like,
Right.
we gotta break that up a little bit.
And I do feel everyone was obsessed with the curtain bang, which, you know, was great. I think it's getting a little longer, a little more lived in, you know, more cheekbone.
And maybe a little
less
geometrical, kind of
eyebrow.
slurring it off a little bit.
Exactly. And that just full volume. There's just lots of volume. We've started carrying a line called Wow, which y'all probably have heard and seen.
Yep.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
And it's all about the volume.
Yep.
And they deliver.
They do
on
deliver.
that.
And really, that collection, this guy came and trained with us, and he was amazing. Like, I
Amazing.
love a man who really knows how to style hair.
Correct.
Wasn't he amazing?
And he knew what he was doing.
And the layering of that product with the root spray, I mean, he put so much product in one of my clients. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna scream right now. But when I felt her hair,
You felt
the
amazing.
buildable mousse and the buildable volume spray, I was like, okay, this hair feels amazing.
Right.
It's really like sexy, luxury, beautiful hair.
But super affordable.
It's super affordable.
I love that Wow is super affordable and almost foolproof.
Yes.
So, you know, if you're looking
does what it
for
says, it performs like it's supposed
volume
to.
and shine and like, you know, smoothness and shine too. Like everything is rich and warm.
It is.
Even with like colors, you know, hues for fall, bronze, like warm
Cherry cola
honeys.
reds.
Yes, like
Still that cowboy copper red is still real strong.
Yeah.
But even those espresso chocolates,
right.
you know, so which I'm loving. I
Right.
love a good brunette.
And the shine on that is just glorious
Yes.
when you have the right products.
Yes.
And so, Wow, if you want, you know, affordable, easy, and foolproof, you can 3 products from Wow will change your
life. And its average price point's like $38.
Yeah,
So we
very
we have
doable.
really enjoyed, and we really brought that in to just kind of give our guests, you know, another element of style.
Right.
Does that make any sense? So when the client leaves here, they love their hair, but we've really focused on, we want you to take us home.
I want you to love it every day.
And we want to show you
Right.
how you can better use these products. Well, when Kerastase came out with the shoe, I'm sorry, not Kerastase, shoe just reformulated the whole color luster. And that's one of the big things is the whole reflective,
Right.
shiny, pretty, healthy hair. It's like
Right.
that over-processed hair is kind of waning out, which I love healthy
so-
looking hair.
Same. You know me.
I know.
I am not an
Overdoer
overdoer
at all.
And I want your hair to be healthy
Yeah.
first and foremost. Like
Yes.
if you can't have it, I'm not giving it to you.
Yes.
And I think that's important.
I think it's important, too.
I think if your professional is just giving you what you want and not what you need, they're doing you a disservice. So yeah, everything was ashy. Everything was like
muddy
very cool
tones
tones for a long time, and I'm so
I'm
glad.
excited about the golden blondes.
Yes.
I mean, I'm
Warm.
totally with you.
Warm is like probably the thing that you think about when you're shopping for makeup, for, you know, hair colors, for fashion. Warmth.
Warmer tones.
For fall.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can speak to you as people, they get older when you age. You know, when we're young, we have naturally red cheeks.
Right.
We have red pigmentation in our lips. And all,
All
this
those
kind of
honey
stuff.
natural highlights in your
In your hair
hair.
that just, and then as you age, you just get a little, your skin tone gets dull.
Yep.
Your pigmentation, your
Everything
cheeks-
grays out a little bit.
Everything
Like
kind of
literally.
grays. It does.
Literally.
Everything really does gray
Yeah.
out. So to me, I love the warmth of hair tones that you're saying.
Right.
I really
It makes
am.
me happy.
It makes me
I'm
happy
loving
too.
where we're trending
Me too.
right now.
Me too.
Like these great, for anybody who knows, will know Vidal Sassoon, right, created these gorgeous bobs back in the
yes,
day.
yes.
And that's really the vibe.
Yes.
And like that was a game changer.
Yeah.
You know,
These cool geometric
was-
shapes
right.
that have a sexy flair to them.
With like
and
just
that's really
that
what you're
soft
seeing.
movement.
Yes.
Yes. Love it.
I love that. I love that. I
Totally.
even think too, like some cool bangs, like you're seeing, like Becca said earlier, kind of more, instead of it, they live in here and live in sloppy, a little more intentional the way you want that client's bang.
Totally.
You know, because as you age, everything's all illusions in hair and skincare and
Totally.
makeup, right? So your cheekbones will live in here, so they live in down. So it's important for us, and that's why we love giving consultations here.
Totally.
And diagnosis, because we want to, if you take a bang that's been living down here, the minute we pop it up here, it automatically takes your cheekbone and draws it up.
Right.
You know, so it's really just kind of bringing
Those
the
little
highs
tweaks
and lows.
and changes, you
Are
know,
critical.
I am in that renaissance myself right now in my 40s of I just cut these bangs. My
Yep.
sweet, amazing Allison cut
Yes.
them for me, and I love them. Changing
Just
my
makeup,
makeup, you
yeah.
know, like you said,
Bringing the
cheekbone, like
cheekbones.
bringing everything up, eyeliner,
Yes.
even my eyeshadow, like everything has changed. And we plan on definitely dipping into that bigger and having some makeup artists
Right.
come in here
Yes.
and show us exactly what we need to be doing, whether you're in your 20s, you know, your 40s, or your 70s.
See, I think
which
makeup's
we have a
critical
ton of
in
fabulous
professions.
women in here in
Yes,
their 70s and 80s who
Yes.
are killing
Ama-
it.
Yes.
And who share all their nuggets with us, and
And we love that.
I want to share with
Yeah,
y'all because you know there are so many great things.
Because
to
really, you
learn.
can age beautifully and gracefully.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? And
I
it-
always
and
say
it's-
I'm going down swinging, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know what I love since Becca brought up makeup? We've had Youngblood probably 7 or 8 years, and I do love the Youngblood ingredients.
Yes.
It's sulfate free, PABA free, it's got all the frees, and it's not a heavy makeup collection.
Makeup,
So
right.
it's not one of those where you feel like you got like a sweater living on your face.
Right.
And I think as you age, it's really critical to have more that dewy, youthful, not over pancakey look.
Right.
And so one thing they did this year, they did 8 different colors of these cream, blush, eye, lip, and blush. Almost like little
I have come across so
these
many of
tubes,
those on my
and
feed.
I love them. Me too. Me too,
And
Becca.
I think it's genius. Let's get a couple
too.
to try. We can do some little trials here together.
Yes.
And
But it's really now the one thing you need to bring with you.
Right.
Like this summer when I went everywhere, I brought that. It was like lips, cheek, eyes. And it's creamy, buffy. It's not heavy or weighted. The color collection of all of it is, I think, amazing.
right.
Like for you, the mulberry would be amazing because you're going to look great with those wine
More
kind of
berry
tones,
tones.
some berry tones.
Yeah.
I
Totally.
got the neutral, which I love. It's like some El Natural color. But it's like those little things. So if you out there and you've been using a powder blush, we're not saying it's wrong, but you may want to try a cream blush.
Yes.
It's just,
Well, if you're
it
not
goes
loving
smoother.
what the
does,
result
it
that
does.
you've been getting, that's what this is for
Yes.
you to come and pick up some nuggets of, you know, top 3 things,
Right.
right? Because by the time you do top 3 hair, top 3 skin, top 3 makeup, top 3 fashion, like that's a big investment for a season.
Yes.
Like you should
Yes.
be very
Covered.
satisfied.
Yes.
And so, but that 3 for that one category is not a lot, so you need to be specific, you know, and really be intentional about what you choose. So that's what we're here to help with.
Yeah, I think so too. So, okay, Becca, so for you, your client sits in your chair and you say, oh gosh, I want to introduce you to fall. I'm so excited. Give me a nugget that you would say for you is going to be one of your go-tos for your guests this fall season.
You know, I'm really fortunate that a lot of my guests trust me.
They
and
do.
I think it's important, you know, to have that reputation and that rapport with your client so that when I say, you know what, I just did this class and I had this whole awakening on the Shades EQ and I want to change you up. I feel like a lot of my clients are going to be down for that.
Totally.
You know,
Totally.
let's go richer, let's go
A little deeper.
warmer. Let's
Yeah.
yes, exactly. And everybody's always up for a change.
I think so too.
That's why this is a good time to start this thing because everyone is always, especially now at the end of a season, the beginning of a new one. School's just started. I'm in that season of life right now. And so lots of functionings going on. And you know, you're ready to look
ready
good.
to look
Do your
good.
best.
I know.
Yeah.
Noha, what about you? What would you share with people that you think are like the top 3? I know it depends on age, but if you had to give a message, okay, everybody out there needs, what would be, is there a blanket that you can say?
Like it's very important, you know, like especially mostly for anti-aging, you know, to do like after the summer or the fall to start doing more peel on them to prepare their skin, you know, to have.
It's probably pigmentation
Not in
issue.
the sun as much,
Yeah.
right?
Anymore.
Yeah.
So we'll start doing more peel on them and start more treatment on them and put them in, you know, like start more to put more moisture into their skin for anti-aging more, because a lot of people, they damp their skin in the summer, and then, you know.
And now's the perfect time,
That's the
right?
perfect
Because
time.
if you start now, you've got a month before holiday
To create like a
parties and all of those
clean
things.
slate.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep, and I think for me, my guests, I think are always ready for some change. I
Right.
think when you change, then it's like you
If you're
automatically
excited,
if you're excited,
right.
you automatically get your guests to want to buy in. And what's great at H2O is we really have, for us, I love learning with the team I have.
Totally.
Because I look around and I learn something from everybody around me. Oh my gosh, I love that color. Oh, why did you do that bang on them?
but they
Et
dress
cetera.
you.
And I think that's critical, is to
Right.
just stay fresh, stay young, and really just
Right.
live intentional on
For the
constantly
hairdressers,
changing.
right, who are listening to this and need some inspiration, I would say search for something until you love it. And
Yep.
if you love it, then it will be an easy sell to your clients.
Yep.
Yeah,
I totally agree with that.
yeah.
No, how
I
will you
still had the same, client for a year. They come and they trust me. And every time they come, it depends. Like in the summer, do different thing. The winter, we do different treatment. So it depends also, what their skin need. So what I love about my client, they trust everything I tell them, and the result is phenomenal.
Right.
Well, for me, trust
Well,
is
you're an expert in your field. You've
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
doing this for a very long time. How long have you been doing it?
For about 25 years.
25 years. Right.
trusted to me is the new currency.
important.
Yes.
And really everything, because really here too, and what we all do at the end of the day, it's really about building relationships
Right.
that last, and we have that here almost 4 decades. So people who need people are the luckiest people of them all. I totally celebrate and drink to that and say amen to that.
Absolutely.
And that's really the gift. So that's really why we came today and wanted to start this.
Right.
Is it's really to be a community of women and men that we can join hand in hand,
Yes.
link
I do not
up,
want to forget my
and
boys.
bring out the best.
Yes.
And in them, and I mean, there's been a lot of changes with men.
And making connections. Like I'm very curious to hear what people want to hear. So
Yes.
please give us your feedback on things that you would like to know. But I feel like there's really kind of no place that we can't touch on
Yeah.
in your lives. We have so many people that we make connections with every day. Business owners who are doing great things
Things.
in their game.
Yes.
Who we want to bring on here so they can talk about what they're doing and how they're killing it in their game, and bring things to you guys at home.
At home. And even the whole wellness movement. That's kind of why we renovated the spas. We want to address those things. I mean, Noha talks about great skincare, but we know great skin starts with, are you hydrated?
Right.
How many bottles of water are you drinking a day? Are you consistent on that? Do you exercise? What does that look like?
Right.
Where does nutrition play a part? Because we've seen here since
Everything.
COVID, hair and hair loss has almost been epidemic.
I was going to
Would you agree,
say,
Becca?
if we had $1 for every
Every
time
time.
somebody sat in our chair and said, I'm exhausted and my hair looks like crap, what can you do
What
for
can you
me?
do? Help me.
Help me.
Yes.
Help me.
Help me. Because
And-
COVID was really just a pivotal thing with hair loss and people really
Yes.
being almost traumatized by that.
Stress, no
Yes.
doubt, stress. I feel like a lot
Hormones,
of
a
people
lot
did
of
a hormone dip.
anti-aging. Yes, took a hormone dip. I agree too.
Yes.
Anti-aging,
and
COVID.
COVID itself
Yes.
did a number on, hair loss. So, I feel like we're all kind of just starting to climb out of that rut. I myself had a baby during COVID, turned 40 during COVID, when everything was going to hell in a handbasket. And so it's been a slow climb
Yes.
for me to get back to my old self. And I feel like I'm finally just getting there, and he's just turned 4.
Yeah.
But here we are.
I know.
And let's do it.
Well, thank you. I thought this was
Thanks,
fun.
girl. This was
This
good.
was awesome.
You feel good?
Thank you, Noha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
So we just want to thank you to our community and our friends and our
Yes.
wonderful
Thanks for
team at
tuning
H2O
in.
and all
This
the
was
knowledge.
great. Let us know what you want to hear.
Yes, I agree.